Guys, it's ToyHunterTony here with episode 278, Thunder Agents, Tarzan and Archie Comics Digest Top 10. Hey, this week's episode is going to feature a huge collection of Archie Digest and a few bonus stuff that we didn't quite know was in the collection. But it's from episode 177, On the Hunt. Go back, check that out, and you can see all the cool stuff. But now we've got the top 10 this week. Nikki's in the house with me. How are you doing? We have a shout out here in a minute, but I noticed Nikki's wearing slippers and socks because we're worried about that spider. Somebody made fun of my toes in my last episode. I don't even know where that is. I think we were talking about, hang on one second. We're going to go right into it. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. It is a beautiful day. It's fall. It's getting cooler. Loving it. But let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. So we got new subscribers. We'll just get right into it. New subscribers. We got Afrazal Luckman. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the hunt. And then we've got Beardo. Hey, Beardo. Welcome to the hunt. We'll get those two out of the way. And then I got Randy. So if you did not know, you got the over-under of 2 minutes. We're going to mention our Stokesdale Marketplace booth, 47. I ran into Randy. He's a gentleman who waves at our camera. Now he's going to talk to me. But he collects trains. I'm going to keep a lookout for a gray and blue Centennial train set. He had it as a kid. So if you guys have had that, I think it's a Tyco. If you have one, reasonable priced, we'll get it from you. All you got to do is reach out to us here at the channel and contact Nikki. But he's a nice gentleman, and we were just talking about our dislikes of this collecting craziness. But he said his son's a huge collector. Don't know the son's name. Hello, son. How are you doing? Anyways, just reach out to us in the channel, and hopefully we can find stuff for you. And then we got one more. So this one. So this isn't even through our channel. This is through an email. The bulk of the email was telling us what a good job we're doing, blah, blah, blah. Really like the setup. Really want to say thank you, Charlie. I don't mean to go blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not important what you had to say. But a huge paragraph of making Nikki's head swell is unacceptable. It's already big as it is with all that hair. He looks like Gene Simmons in his 60s. Or Richard Simmons. Yeah, there's a big picture. I used to be made fun of me. I had a perm. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, don't hold that against me. But anyways, back to the email. He said, hey, Charlie. Hey, it's Charlie. Nice toes. So if you were to go look at episode 184, we've got our Godzilla, $2,100 worth of $125 comic books worth of $2,100, and my toes are in it, and I was not wearing sockies. Sockies, yeah, they're great. Thanks, Charlie. But why is Nick's feet not in the video? Well, that stool that Nikki's sitting on is what was holding up the comic books. Nikki was behind me in the chair, playing video games. He is not going to be barefoot in here because he's still worried about that wood spider. It was huge. We haven't found it yet. Maybe it just came in here to die. Maybe lay an egg nest or something. I don't know what you want to call it. Whatever spiders do. But that's all, Charlie. Sorry if my toes offended you. I just wanted to say sorry, Charlie. It's an old tuna fish thing. Okay, so anyways, that takes care of shout outs, new subscribers, and then that's it. Nick wanted to, so we do want to say we've had videos where we're talking about other booths. So if you're looking for booth 72, it's JRC. He is all the way in the back. And he's got a great selection of 50s, 60s, 70s comic books. Some of them are in reader's condition, but you could relive your childhood. He's got Hot Wheels action figures. It's a great booth. I partake in it. I may or may not have accidentally bought two early photo cover 10-cent comic books. Not all 10-cent comic books have big value, but it's right around the age where my mom might have been reading these comic books. She would have been 4 or 5 when these were coming out in the early 50s, 53, 54, 58. I don't know if you ever read those kind of comic books, but I got some cool stuff. We have an upcoming reveal right here after this video, so you could stick around. Maybe in a couple days we'll have the second one ready to go. What are we talking about? So much cool stuff. I love this. And then we've got a huge here, hand this to me, Nick. We have a huge assortment of Magic the Gathering. Here, look at this. I'm just going to come down here in a solo. Can you see this stuff? That is our tray. We are going to see if we can zoom out. Hey, give me a second here. Where's this picture? Wall, item, solo, group, single item camera. Right? And then we're going to hit enter. And then we're going to go to configure. Yes, I am talking out loud. Camera calls. Zoom in. Look at that. You can zoom all the way down. But you can't see everything. But you can get in there real close and look at it. I think this is as far as it goes, Nick. It's okay. But look at this stuff. Nikki was trying to tell me, I don't remember these. So Nick was saying that we were buying these foil packs to try to get the full art cards, and these Japanese cards are in here. It's awesome. I don't even remember the name of this set, but there's got to be at least a couple hundred cards here. But Nick pulled this tray out, and he's going through it, trying to tell me that some of this stuff is really worth some money. And I was like, "That's awesome, Nick. When do you want to start processing Magic cards?" Right? And he's like, I already spend too much time over here as it is. But Michael wants to bring in 15 5,000 count boxes and sit them all across the top here and start sorting our Magic collection. And I told him, no freaking way. We want to, but that just shuts the comic book aspect of it down. I'm going to sit this down. And then Nikki said, if he remembers correctly, look at this. It says 50% off on sale Pokemon cards. Now we thought, here, I'm going to open this up. So we thought, is that going to mess up my thing? I can't put that in there, Nick, it's too big. So we thought this was Pokemon stuff, which it is. And there's a lot of cool stuff in here. But the problem is, we had a huge Pokemon collection. All the boys were playing, 2 of them. There were only 2 at the time. And we would do the Super Flea. And we were up, we had first edition, we had Japanese first edition, we had all the various sets that were coming in and out, we had money cards. But my youngest, when we were playing, he wanted to buy and sell and trade. So this was his box of his stuff that survived the mass exodus of our Pokemon product. Super Flea was kind of winding down. The thrill of the Pokemon cards was kind of winding down. Me and another friend of ours, who's a shoot fighter, literally were just selling Pokemon. We were the main Pokemon sellers at the Super Flea. And then we got to the scary part when everything was starting to crash. So we kind of put together a huge deal to where we sold about $6,000 worth of Pokemon for $2,800. And then we got a $600 down payment. We had a contract. And then it crashed. It just crashed. And the gentleman that started this didn't have the funds to pay for his store, let alone his suppliers, let alone paying us. So we kind of had to eat $2,800 of cash. I wish we still had him. It breaks our heart. But Nikki, I'm pointing at this. I'm going to show you some of the cool stuff in here. Nikki survived this box, and I'm going to go to solos. So when you came here looking for comic books, you're absolutely right. Now these pricing were back in the early 80s, but I can't tell you what set this is. Fossil, a Mew promo, I have no idea what they're worth now. Nicky said he's going to take this box home with him, and he's going to start processing them. But look, Rocket, that's got to be an early one. Do these even look familiar, guys? Look at that. Pre-release Aerodactyl. And Nick's like, we had the Charizard, but I think we sold all our Charizards, Nicky. But there's some good promos in here. But we're going to process, Nick is going to process this 5,000 card box. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4.5 of the 5 filled with cards. But look at this. I wanted to show this to you. Hold on. Nicky doesn't remember this. I don't know where this is. Oh, here it is. Look. We've got, where's it at? Look at that. Pocket Monsters. Whole slew of Pocket Monsters. And if you guys did not know, that's what Pokemon was called before it made it to the States. They changed its name. So we have no idea if these guys have good value, big value, being Pocket Monster cards. All right. Oh, sorry, wrong camera. So that's it. So Nick's gonna take these home. We got that tray. You can't have that tray. We're gonna have to go get a new tray. But we found out our baseball card store that was near the batting cages on Gate City Boulevard has moved out on Wendover, and it's near Carmax. Just past Carmax, going towards town on the left-hand side, there's a baseball card shop. Name just totally just left my brain. But we saw them at the baseball field there at the end of the season, and they had promos and they were talking about it. And I had it, but I don't know what I did with it. But we're going to go visit there this weekend and get some supplies so we can process Pokemon, Magic Gathering, and we'll share that with you in future videos. Nikki's been asking me, dying for me to tell you that. So we're going to get right into our digest books. All right? So number 10 of this week, I got to move this stuff out of the way, Nick. Sorry, be right back. I just kicked that. Could you move your stuff, please? I know. I got it. No worries. Cool. Sorry. Could you imagine? You remember we used to have that rack here, and there was no room for anything. Can you imagine bringing in 15 5,000 count boxes and just laying them all over town? We couldn't find a single comic book. That'd be crazy. But we'll end up having to do it. I think before we do that, we're off track again. We have got to go in and get the far right wall set up to get the remaining toys off the shelf, and then we'll have a little workspace over there to where we can store the magic stuff and then pull it out and put it back, pull it out, put it back. Right now, that stuff's in the house. Michael's room. Used to be Nikki's room. All right, ready to go? All right, you hit the button. All right, so number 10 of this week's top 10, Thunder Agents, Tarzan, Archie Comics Digest. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Number 10. So, and then I zoomed out, of course. So what this is Katty, Keene. Find your name, or you just got to read it, look at it. Look for your names. Original fashions in the following features: pinups, fans fashions, cutouts, Kathy's calendar, and coloring pages. Nice on ice. Now they said that her design was originally on Betty Page, but that was it. This is a wholesome, not that Betty Page isn't wholesome, but yeah, I don't want to get too deep in my digging a hole for myself, Nick. This one goes anywhere from $3 to $7, and it's a solid get at $5. And if you're ever wondering where you find pricing for this, you have to go to mycomicshop.com. We frequent that. I don't know how that's going to look. Does that look good? That don't look too bad. Yeah. It's okay. Anyways. Sorry. Mycomicshop.com. It used to be Good gosh, Nick, it's flied my brain. We've talked about them before, but they've reached out. We've reached out to them to help one of our local comic shops, and they've interacted. So it's just cool that a big store out of Texas, they used to be called Lone Star Comics, honestly, and then they've changed their computer and their website to my comic shop. So if you're looking for a huge selection of almost everything, besides Mile High Comics, they have a huge selection also online, but you can at least get a reference for condition and pricing. There you go. It's an unpaid advertisement for mycomicsshop.com. Help me. Number 9, look at that. This is another, I was going to say episode. I don't know why I keep calling it episode. Katty Keene, number 4. This is, when this series came out, it was 1987. Fun, games, pinups, fashion, romance, cutouts, adventures, and more. Look at that. $4 to $8, solid get at 5. Yeah, we were talking about what in the series, were there anything valuable? And the collection that Jermaine from Acme Comics had curated, which we've done at episode 177, I think is what I said. Yeah. He's got them priced at low-end grade, which is awesome. So customers are going to get a good deal at the low-end grade and a better copy, right? And better to read. That was always one of Jermaine's traits, is he likes to underprice books to make them affordable, which is pretty cool. A lot of people go above grade. Some things, you know, you have to. Scarcity, I guess. But it was just cool to find all these books. I'm sorry, I'm gushing. Is that the right word? All right, so Nikki said, shut up. I'm with you. Number 8 is none other than Jughead Jones, number 79. What's funny is we picked this out, Champion Pie Eater. Congratulations, Jug. What are you going to do now? This is, I don't know what year this is, Nick, but it's pretty recent. And these are newsstands. And I didn't notice that as we get into some of these, like the next one's going to be a direct version. So we could have some valuable stuff in here that we were not prepared for. We didn't do a great big dive. I was going to say dig dive, but that's stupid. That's number 8 at $6. But some of these are going between $8 and $12, and they're priced at $6. So they're priced to move, and then that way you can enjoy reading them again. But here, look, this is direct edition. This is number 7, Betty and Veronica, number 41, $4 to $10, solid get at 6. Now, when I was growing up, Archie always flirted with Betty and always flirted with Veronica. And from what I understand, he ends up with Betty now that he's older. And Betty's a blonde, Veronica is a brunette. And I've always been partial to brunettes. So it's funny that high school kids, love affair. This one's between $4 and $8, a solid get at 6. Nikki's like, what are you doing a deep dive on Betty and Veronica? It's like, come on, dude. These have been around forever. I don't think you ever read them, though. It's okay, though. Number 6. Dun, dun, dun. Hi. Hey, we're not at the halfway point, Nick. Get off of that one. All right, there we go. Number 6 is Jughead Jones. This is an early one, number 49. Also between $4 and $8. See, look what I'm talking about. She likes him, he's drawing her, and Jughead's enjoying a hoagie. I don't want to say anything, but $4 to $8, solid pickup at 6. 6 at 6. It's our news. All right, so now we're at Mike's pick. Mike wanted to say he wanted to know more about this. So, all right, Mike. Mike's not here, but Mike, you're watching. So I'm going to tell you. Mike's pick this week is Katty Keene #2. It's from 1987. Austin Powers. Are you feeling Randy, baby? Here goes your brand new sombrero, Randy. But Newsstand. Seen this one as high as $15 to $20, but $10. Price to move. I was looking at the art. Pretty cool. John S. Lucas. Glamour, fashion, pinups, adventures, and romance. All this in the issue of Katty Keene Digest. It sells itself, Nick. That's $10. Not bad. All right, now we can hit that big button. Hey guys, I want to say thanks for watching us here in our channel. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Please share. If any of this content you think would be good for a friend or family member, please share it with them. Get the name out there. You can find us here. I'm going to get down here. You can find us at ToyHunterTony on Instagram and Facebook, Toy Hunters Club. ToyHunterTony@yahoo.com. That's where you can reach us by email, and our PayPal and TikTok at ToyHunterTony. There you go. You can save 10% off any of these items. All you can do is hit the like and hit the subscribe button. And then if you stick around at the end of the video, it'll tell you how to save 25% off. Ready? That wasn't too bad, was it? All right, here we go. I got to get it done. Ready when you are, Nick. Look at that. Number 5 of this week. This is Archie's Digest. I got 2 places to look at. Number 124. Archie. I think this is where they fall in love, Nick. But they're on a road trip. It's awesome. $4 to $10. A solid pickup at 6. It's at number 5. It's kind of like our soap operas when we were younger. Young and the Restless. Number 4 this week. Katty Keene, number 1. Holy crap. This one's as high as $30 to $45 in super mint condition. But in this price point, $10 to $20, a solid pickup at $15. But once again, fun, games, pinups, fashion, romance, cutouts, adventures, and more. I think that was the selling point at one time. Look, gorgeous. Premier collector's issue. We love you, Katty. Is it Katie or Katty? It's got to be Katie. I don't know why the hell I would say that. Let's put that up on the wall. So what we found is that in the bottom of this box was some non-Archie books. And holy crap, we got lucky on these. So look at that. Number 3 of this week. This is, well, you saw it in the title of the video, Thunder Agents, which is the higher United Nations Defense Enforcement Reserves. NoMan, the Invisible Thunder Agent, by Tower. See that number up in the top corner, 42-672. These were reprints. This is like 1966. These were reprints from even earlier comic book of the early 60s. And then they went to digest format for the reprints. But this one goes anywhere between $15 and $35 for this book. And it's a great pickup at $20. Put that up on the wall. Did you guys ever, I mean, who the hell's old enough to remember the Thunder Agents? I know there was a short-lived comic book series, independent comic Thunder Agents, that was new original material, but I have not seen a comic book from the early 60s. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably pick one up now that I'm aware that these are reprints. But let's get to number 2 this week. Number 2, look at that. Thunder Agents. I don't have to do that again. The higher United Nations Defense Enforcement Reserves. Tower, 42-687. Also from 1966. And these books, I didn't say that from the first one. All the art in here is from Wally Wood. That is a big deal. Wally Wood's known from the 60s. But it's pretty cool to get them in a little digest. It's called The Terrific Trio. NoMan, the Invisible Thunder Agent, Dynamo with his Thunder Belt, and Mentor with his Super Helmet. I guess they were really stretching for accessories. This is an accessory team. But the mightiest collection of superheroes the world has ever known, now in one super book. Between $20 and $30, high as $50 for this one. It's pretty cool. Put that up on the wall. Help me. At number 2. And I was gonna say last but not least. So this one caught us off guard. Look at that. Story Digest magazine, Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan of the Apes. This is a gold key. I'm assuming it's a reprint. It says 1970s for Edgar Rice Burroughs, June. But then if you look on the side, it says Volume 1, Number 1. So holy crap, that's an old story. I don't remember reading it. I know I've read Tarzan and watched Tarzan, but that's pretty cool. That one goes between $20 and $30, and it's a solid get at $25. Put that up on the big wall. So I'm gonna ask you guys to do me a favor. That's at number 1. So if you look there, let me go. We're almost done with the video, and I got distracted. So if you look down below in the comments, above the comments, you got a description. You have a title box, and then you have a description. Title box is maybe 100 characters. That's why we're abbreviated sometimes. But in the description, up to 5,000 characters. We give you all the detailed information about ordering, how to pay, shipping. All that's down in the description. What Nikki and I have found out, and that we are loving to do right now, is that any of our videos, there is an AI button below the video, probably right there down. So if you're looking at us full screen, turn your phone up, and then you'll see that AI button. Hit that AI button, you can get a summary. You can ask about like 4 or 5 questions, and you get a whole array of information. Sometimes it even finds information that we were talking about outside in the real world and gives you a link to go check it out. So we want everyone that sees us. We get, anywhere from 100 to 1,000 people in our previews, but then, 15 to 30 to 50, maybe a couple hundred for each video or random videos. If 5 of you guys would hit that AI button and interact with it 3 or 4 or 5 times, that will increase our rating on our channel. Plus, you could find out something cool that you didn't already hear from me. All right, shut up, Nikki. He's like, doesn't understand why I'm promoting the AI. Just hit that button, ask it 3 questions, and then continue watching the video. Go ahead, we'll wait. Oh, you're back. That was fast. All right, here we go. This is the bonus book. Each week we got a bonus. This week is no different. Nick, you ready for the bonus? Hit that button. And boom, look at that. So this is the last Thunder Agents book that we got from Tower, 42-674, Mentor, the Thunder Agent with the Super Helmet. Look. There's a helmet. Every Thunder Agent vows to give his life for his country if necessary. Is Mentor about to fulfill that vow? Feels like a cereal back from the, not that kind of cereal, but like from the 40s, 50s. Pretty cool. Love it. Look at that. Between $20 and $40, solid pickup at $30. Let's put that up on the big wall. Yeah, it's different. I quite enjoyed going through all these Archie books. We've got a hunt total of this week. Are you ready? $159. And what that is the value of all 12 of those books. And if you want to save 25% off everything here, all you got to do is be a big game hunter. Nick, tell them what that is. Louder. Hey, a big game hunter buys all 12 of these. You'll save over 25% off at $115 plus free shipping in the continental US of A. outside the continental US of A, you will get $15 off the actual cost of shipping. There we go. That's this week's total. Hey Nick, we are going to do a couple on the hunt videos. We'll have them uploaded the next couple of days. But reach out, talk to Nick, keep going, ask questions. Check us out downtown at Stokesdale Marketplace in our booth. We visit there every Friday morning and restock for the weekend. So if you see stuff missing or if you see stuff that has been changed out, contact us. Well, we may still have it here. It either sold or we switched it out. We've only got limited space. Our comic book selection's expanding, but unfortunately we can't keep bringing toys in and stockpiling toys. Then it's just a mess. But at least you get to see it. At least check us out. And now that you know that there are booth 72, JRC, booth 44, MABE, maybe, and then you got booth 34 at CGRE. So there are 4 booths at that marketplace that are selling comic books. Price range, low to high, old to new. Come on down to Stokesdale Marketplace. Well, you'll find something for you. Oh, shut up, Nikki. See you on the next On the Hunt. Bye-bye.